So let me reel it back in. VA Life is a whole life insurance policy option that is specifically for veterans like yourself who is needing to access life insurance for you and your family. You're able to access $40,000 of whole life benefits compensation to you and your family. Hello, veterans. Welcome back to the Learning Center. Listen, we're grateful, we are ecstatic, and we are really, really excited to go over this one because unfortunately, many veterans don't know about their benefits. And when you don't know about your benefits, unfortunately, you miss time limits, requirements, and eligibility standards. Well, this one, very minimal. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, it's going to open up doors for you. So when it's opened up doors for you, let's think about the eligibility standards with such things as the VGLI, right? The Veterans Group Life Insurance. There's a laundry list of eligibility standards. This one here, VA Life. The eligibility standards is, let me think, well, for you to be service connected. And who can you call to get service connected? Us here, Veterans. We definitely can be able to make sure that we at least meet that standard. So all in all, let's consider VA Life. What is VA Life first and foremost? So let me reel it back in. VA Life. So VA Life is a whole life insurance policy option that is specifically for veterans like yourself who is needing to access life insurance for you and your family. Well, let me go ahead and give you more information. What is the eligibility standards? So if you 80 years and younger, 80 years older and younger, well, the only eligibility standard is you must be 0% service connected. You heard it right. There's 0% service connected. That is it. That is all. So when we're talking about VA Life, that is an option that is open for millions of veterans. So with these options, let's bare minimum be able to take advantage of something like this. Because I can tell you, millions of veterans have missed the eligibility requirements for other programs. But this one here, this here is open for many. So let me tell you, what are the benefits? How do we apply? What is the actual eligibility requirements for your veteran status? And let's talk about if you qualify, what are the specific benefits that you're going to get from it? Well, unfortunately, if you are accessing VA life benefits, unfortunately, a traumatic incident probably has happened. Well, what do you access? You're able to access $40,000 of whole life benefits compensation to you and your family. But now let's understand that the compensation are going to be distributed in $10,000 increments. And it's able to gain cash value after 2 years. But again, your application must be approved. What is going to hold you back from your application being approved? We'll get to that later. Well, I also want you to understand that with this $40,000 policy, this is going to be due on to you and your family. Okay, well, I'm sorry, your family. Well, now with that said as well, I want you to understand that with it being a whole life policy, I'm going to continue to repeat whole life policy, that it gains cash value. So when we understand what is gaining cash value, unlike a term policy is you pay this amount every month, and that is the insurance that you are going to be guaranteed for a term, year, month, or decade. You don't know, whatever the term is set. Well, when we're talking about the specifics of a whole life policy, let's think about what that is. Your whole life, your whole life, right? So when you're paying your policy up year after year after year after year, month after month after month after month, well, it's automatically can be withdrawn for your actual VA benefits. Now, with it being withdrawn with your VA benefits, it is going to be paid, and now it gains cash value, and now your policy is working for you. Well, how much is your policy accruing? Obviously, we understand that that is a kind of a market rate. That's not for us particularly to discuss with you. I want you to reach out so you can be able to get the particulars in relation to VA Life. But what I will tell you is this. If, again, you are working hard, garnering your benefits, doing everything you need to do to pay your actual policy, well, when you're paying your policy and an unfortunate event happens and you pass away. So unfortunately, if a traumatic events transpire and you pass away prior to your 2-year waiting period, well, you're going to be able to receive your premiums paid plus 2.35%. But let me tell you, and that is in the year of 2024. But as mentioned, it fluctuates year by year. Okay, 2023 was 1%. 2024 is 2.35%. We don't know what it's going to be in 2025. So the sooner you lock in your 2-year waiting period, the sooner you're able to get your benefits. Your family will be able to receive your full policy. You don't want to wait. The sooner, the better. It's always in life insurance, right? The sooner, the better. Only if I would have known at the age of 18. Well, you know now. Okay. Well, I do want to go ahead and tell you again, it is a policy that is going to be very, very particular. Let me tell you a very, very huge ordeal in this policy, a factor in this policy. This policy is based upon age. This policy is based upon age and not medical ailment. I can't tell you how many times that we have had veterans come to us in need of support, veterans' families in need of support because they've been turned down by insurance companies of other privatized insurance companies because it's based upon medical ailment. If at any point in time that medical ailment disqualifies you and you want to couple this insurance policy to make sure that this insurance policy is going to be provided for you and your family, well, make sure you visit va.gov so we can make sure that we unlock this policy for you. And if you have any questions or concerns, please contact us immediately. So with the phenomenal VA Life, let's talk about costs. How much does it cost? How much is it going to, one, either hurt your pockets or help your pockets? Well, again, as we know, we understand that really whole life policies are some of the most expensive policies. Honestly, on the life insurance product market. So how much is VA life going to be for me? Well, understand coverages can range from $10,000 all the way to $40,000. Now, my humble opinion, again, please take this with a grain of salt. However, understand years and years of experience, but my humble opinion would say that this coverage is probably going to go later down the line. But I could be wrong, totally wrong. Don't take that as gospel. So what I would say is understanding coverages are up to $40,000, starting at $10,000. How much are the coverages? Well, they can range from $10.90 a month for a $10,000 coverage at 18 years old, all the way up to $43.60 for the $40,000 policy, right? Or it can range up to, again, it goes all the way up to 80. Well, let's think about average age group. How long is veterans living? Veterans are actually living, unfortunately, a lot shorter than the average civilian. So let's think about that. Let's think about that. So at a 70-year-old coverage would be $78 for $10,000 of coverage. And this is a month, all the way up to $312 for $40,000 coverage at 70 years old. Now, at 70 years old, again, we're talking about veterans that has experienced life. And this is going to be a coverage that is going to be offered to. Well, here at Veterans for Veterans, we are trying to support you. We're trying to put you in a position where life insurance is going to be something that is an optional thing because there are several different businesses. There are several different benefits. There are several different outlets if you have garnered because the benefits are abundant. And we want to be able to connect you with them. However, if you're a veteran that is needing life insurance, this is going to be the better policy for you. Again, based upon age, not medical ailments. Okay? Now, with that being said, I want you to understand that VA Life, though it is a whole life insurance policy, and we all understand that many whole life insurance policies are giving you access to be able to garner a loan from that whole life insurance product. Well, this option does not give you that. This option does not give you that. There could be an array of many reasons. I'm not going to get into that. However, unfortunately, this option does not give you that. But again, when we're talking about a whole life insurance policy, whether if it is $40,000 or whether if it's $400,000, it is still a policy that is offered to you, again, for your whole life. So make sure that you access it. And how do you access it? Well, I'm going to tell you, you can be able to go, again, access it through va.gov, where you can be able to set it up where it actually takes it from your benefits. It withdraws from your benefits every month. And at least you'll be able to have something for your family upon death. Okay? Because I will tell you right now, you never want to be that person or veteran that is suffering. And now you're going to be even suffering as a service member because of 9 times out of 10, you were that main provider. And family is a sufferer because of no life insurance. Don't put that strain on you. Don't put that strain on your spirit. Don't put that strain on your family. Let's make sure that we're making the right decisions today. And let's start today. Please, if you need any assistance, please call us. Again, we'll be able to support you. All documentation will be in here. Again, we're one click away, one call away. Let's be able to support one another. So before we end that, I want to make sure that you understand that this policy here, when we're talking about VA life, we have some veterans that actually is remaining in the SDVI policies, the Service Disabled Veteran Life Insurance Policy. Well, that has been superseded by VA Life. So, with that being said, if you're a service-connected disabled veteran, again, I repeat, a disabled veteran at 0%, no more, no less, you can have the ability to be able to make sure that you apply for VA Life because, again, SDVI has been superseded. Or guess what? You can even keep your SDVI policy, right? And you have to do nothing. So you do the benefit, again, pros and cons, or cons and pros, whatever you want to be able to put it as. Well, make sure when you are weighing those pros and cons, make sure you consider family first, because you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. Everything else is secondary. However, we can kind of get into the nuts and bolts of that. Though it is a superseded policy, we're not going to talk too much about it. We're only going to focus on the policies that are active and thriving today. So with that being said, if you have any other questions about, again, VA Life, don't hesitate to reach out. Please, let's go to the next module as the life insurance journey continues. Veterans, we're here to support.